Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here and see this happen in ABUAD. I want to first thank the organizers of this event for the opportunity of being here. And I want to proudly say that I was once a student here in ABUAD. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity of being here. This is a dream come true for me, and today I will be speaking on a topic that I've titled Failing Forward, because it's something that I have experienced. And I just want to tell you how it is that one of your biggest failures can become your greatest success, can literally be the platform on which you're able to achieve your greatest success. And I say this, the concept of failing forward is not a new concept, but I decided to talk about this because it has been my personal experience, and I hope that today somebody will take something that will transform their lives from what I have to say today. How many of us are excited about failing? Just by show of hands. How many of us are excited? Like you fail and you're like, yes, I failed. Just one person. Okay, just one person. Failure, when we fail, we experience sadness, we are sad, we are ashamed, we are disappointed. We feel a loss. Many times when we fail, we've lost money, we've lost time, we've lost our reputation. And so we feel many of these negative emotions and these negative experiences. Sometimes it can be as bad as getting depressed. So we have all these negative emotions that surround failure and makes failure such a dread, such that we go to church on Sunday and we pray that God, may I never fail, it's not my portion. Somebody says, what if I fail this exam? Say, God forbid, it's not my portion. Everything that I lay my hands upon to do prospers. And yes, indeed, everything that you lay your hands upon to do prospers, but we still fail. Why is that? It's not exactly because our beliefs are totally wrong, but really because failure is a necessity. It's absolutely necessary. Just imagine a whole life of, say, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years with no failure. It's very necessary. And so I dare say that even sometimes God orchestrates some of these failures. I dare say. Right? So as much as we do not hope for it, I want us to understand that it is a necessity. I would like to clarify first that failure is an event. It's an occurrence. It's an experience. It is not a person. Hence, because you failed does not mean that you are a failure. In fact, because you failed over and over and over and over again does not mean that you are a failure in your essence. So I'm speaking to some wonderful people who are dear to my heart, who have carried their failures like a lifelong burden. Probably you failed exams, not once, not twice. Probably you failed in your business, not once, not twice, and you're trying again. I want you to let go of the burden. Don't carry it. Travel light. You still have a long way to go. You still have time ahead of you when you will succeed. That being said, I want to emphasize the fact that failure is a blessing in disguise. And I would say so because from experience, I realized that failure sets you on your own specific path in life's journey. And why do I say so? Yes, our failures and our successes equally set us on our own paths along life's journey. I believe in individuality. I believe that as a person, everything that happens to me happens for a reason. And it's all working together for my good. It may not look like it right now, but in the large scheme of things, it will work together for my good. That's what I believe. Take an example of two students equally brilliant in class, both of them equally brilliant, and I'm sharing a true story. Both of them get an opportunity to write an exam that will eventually give them scholarships for the rest of their lives. And then one goes into the exam hall, writes the exam and passes. The other writes the exam and fails. Not because he's not brilliant, but because he forgot to write his name on his exam paper. The one who passed eventually goes on the line, which they both desire, military, and becomes a top-ranking military officer in this country. The one who failed had to pivot from what he initially believed was his dream into another career path and has risen to the highest rank in that career path and is equally a success. Now, at the time of that failure, it looked like all hope was lost for the guy who failed, right? And it looked like, oh, he had to pivot. You know, he didn't eventually do what he wanted to do. But the truth, the reality is that failure put him on his own path in life. I would share another story, my story. I remember writing JAMB about 8-9 years ago, and specifically, I wanted to get into the University of Ibadan, and I was like, that in fact, I've been praying about it as a matter of fact since secondary school. So I write the exams and I don't pass, and it comes to me as a shock because I pass exams. So, because I'm persistent, I write the exams the next year, and I get 78 over 100. Of course, before the cut-off mark comes out, I'm like, definitely I'm getting into this school. Cut-off mark comes out for medicine and surgery, and cut-off mark is 80. I go back, and I'm like, why not? It's just 2 marks. I wept because at this point, I was already 2 years behind my peers. Luckily for me, out of the wisdom of my parents, I had the opportunity of writing other exams. I wrote for I think University of Lorraine, I wrote for Africa University. And I got in here. I got in here feeling like this is not what I wanted. But I look back to it, and every single thing that happened from when I got in to when I finished were laid the foundation for the success that I eventually experienced. It's like my life took an entirely different turn. An entirely different turn. So do not be upset when you fail and it looks like you have to turn or you have to make adjustments. Many times failure puts you on the path that you are meant to be on your own path. That's why comparison with one another is very dangerous. Your life is an individual journey. So how do you go through failure? How do you go through failure? First, I would like to say, be grateful. I won't say that you should be grateful, like you should say, oh, thank God I failed. How many of us say that? I mean, you experience a failure. Thank God I failed that exam. Oh. Thank God I didn't get that right. Because in the midst of failure, like I said, you have a lot of dark emotions. But I need you to find the courage to find the light in the midst of your failure and magnify that light. For example, be grateful that you're even alive to experience that failure. Because what will we say to those who have lost their lives and do not have the breath of life to pursue their dreams and fail like you have failed? Or what would we say to those who have those dreams and those aspirations but do not have the resources to go after those dreams and aspirations like you have done and have failed? What would we say to people who have those ideas and aspirations but do not have the courage to even try and fail like you have failed? So be very grateful. Be grateful because every failure that you experience strengthens you. And I speak from experience. I remember in 2019, I had 2 flourishing businesses. My fashion business was doing really well. My consulting business was doing really well. And I felt I've been able to put myself together enough to open another business. Because of the confidence that I had from my previous successes, I felt high. I went for a business that, the weight of the capital was a lot higher. Everything was, bigger, on a larger scale. And I failed woefully at it. Like it was bad. It was so bad. I was milking my other businesses to try to make my new business survive, and I ran out of cash. I ran out of confidence. I ran out of impact. I was a mess. And I remember going for a conference in Akure. I went for the conference with, I think, just 30,000 naira on me. And I used my last card to go for the conference because I went there with the hope that, God, you have to tell me something, or show me something, or do something that will turn this situation around. And I went there, and someone spoke, a speaker spoke to us, just the way I'm speaking to you today. He said, would you compare somebody who planted tomatoes to someone who planted a bamboo tree? He said, the person who planted tomatoes would reap harvest in like 3 months, 4 months max. But the person who planted that bamboo tree would wait for years for it to even sprout. And I took that word and I got back on my feet and I began building my business back up again. Today, you won't even believe that I have failed that woefully before. So your biggest failures is such an opportunity for you. It's such an opportunity for your biggest success. Another thing I would like to say is mind your thoughts, your words, and your actions in your season of failure. You will have thoughts that will tell you, like he told me, maybe you should leave business for those that business is for. Just focus on it. Maybe that's what you came to school to do. Just leave business, focus on it. You have thoughts that will tell you, oh, you showed up at this event once, twice, thrice, and it looks like there's really nothing to show. Why not just quit? You will have thoughts that will tell you, you failed this exam once, twice, thrice. Maybe you're not brilliant. But you have to counter those thoughts. You have to counter those thoughts with words and with thoughts, positive thoughts. Because your thoughts, your words, will eventually influence your actions. And your actions will influence your outcome. So if you want a positive outcome, you need to keep your words, your thoughts, and your actions as positive as possible. The next thing I would like to tell you is to forgive yourself. Yes, you may have been careless, hence the failure. It's possible that you didn't do enough research, hence the failure. It's possible that you may have actually been lazy towards preparing for that exam, hence the failure. But you have to forgive yourself and move forward. The last thing I would like to say is prepare for success. During your failure, there's no spotlight on you. Nobody is looking at you. Nobody's looking in your direction because nobody really cares when you fail. People are only interested in seeing your success story, reading your success story. That is the best time when you are on a low profile to prepare for success, to do the needful, to inquire, to learn, to build as much knowledge and as much good that failure will offer you. That's the best time to prepare for success. And at the end of the day, even after you have succeeded, I need you to look back at your failure and use your failure to impact the lives of others. You need to know that every failure that you experience is not just for you. It's for every other person that is coming behind you. So use your failure, use your experiences to empower, to teach, to encourage someone that is coming after you. I have someone who I look up to, Richard Nicholas Branson. He is an entrepreneur and he has over 400 businesses under his business Convergence. I look up to him. I hope that one day I will control so many businesses and be successful at them. He said that he believes that bouncing back from failure is not just all about being unafraid of failure. It's about using your failure as a motivational learning tool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as you don't make those mistakes over and over again. So I hope that you leave this hall with the energy, with the strength and the courage to face every failure that you meet along your life's journey and to conquer and eventually succeed. Thank you very much.